by Japan entering the last 10 minutes of this game. Both teams are looking for their very first victory after losing their first game, Malaysia, or Japan losing to Malaysia. And then it's the Philippines losing to South Korea. Kahapon lamang po yan. It's also going to be a double round-robin format para sa ating 8 teams. They are divided into 2 groups of 4. So the top 2 advances to the semifinals. Third seeds fight for a battle for 5th place. The last seeds fight for a battle for 7th place. Now obviously you don't want to be stuck at 5th or 7th. You want to advance to the semifinals. But so far, Japan is making it so hard for us. I thought that was a non-continuation play, but Wakugawa had to avoid Marjanovic for that. This is the biggest lead of Japan so far, and it could not have come at a better time. Martin kicks it out. There was some sort of miscommunication. And obviously for strong group Pilipinas, they cannot allow moments like this to bother them in the last 10 minutes. Look at that one. Tipsy do. He just tosses it in the air. Usually those kinds of motions are for the alley-oop plays that we see in leagues that we would watch on a regular, but that was just a regular layup. And then a foul is going to be called again. It's against Matthew Wright. Let's look at it again. Had a tap on it. And he was the one who dropped. Even Coach Charles Chu was saying that it shouldn't be a foul in the first place, but here we are. Strong group athletics would have to find a way to trim down the 7-point lead. But Hiraiwa would still keep it, and Matthew Wright is again the last suspect for that. Obviously, the calm presence on the floor is Matthew Wright. Another chance. This time, Wright finally secures that rebound. We go to the other side of the court. Kicks it out to Martin. Shoots the 3. That's a no-go. Still a run from Japan. But a steal mula kay Aji. Miller on the run. Decides to give it to Pinheiro. And that is a lay that goes in. 12 points for Isaiah Pinheiro. 62-57. This time, the quick first step. A fader on the way. Comes up real short. And this is a chance for the Philippines to cut the lead down to just a single possession. There's still a lot of time. They don't have to rush things. But we have to take a look at it once more. Great feed from Ian Miller. And then a solid lay mula kay Isaiah Pinheiro. 62-57 is still our score. Martin kicks it out again. Pinheiro faces some defense. And that is an and one. A much needed bucket for the Philippines. Isaiah Pinheiro has 14. Gathers. Shoots. And that was a tough bucket. But basing it on what we've been seeing from yesterday up until today, Isaiah Pinheiro can hit those tough shots if he wants to. And the lead goes down to just 3 with 7:48 remaining in the fourth. It's been a very entertaining ball game. Watching both of these teams just go at it. And Pinheiro converts on the N1. That was his first free throw in this entire game. Cutting the lead down to just 2 points, 62-60. Both teams had their biggest lead at 7 points for each. 10 seconds remaining in the shot clock. There goes another attempt. And that was a foul called against the Philippines. Oh, what a story this is. And I believe Pinheiro is just going to have to go back, as he was the main suspect of that foul called in favor of Hiyu Ozawa. But nope, he just stays there. But Ozawa maximizes on those free throws. He is perfect from the line, 4 out of 4. And he also has 10 points. Another make from Hiyu Ozawa puts him up to 11. Still perfect. 5 out of 5 from the free throw line. 64-60 in favor of Japan. Ian Miller decides to go right. Now here's Tawana G. Pulls up the trigger. Comes up short. Japan looking to speed things up once again. That's what worked for them the third quarter. Another shot. A difficult one is still a make for Hiyu Ozawa, who now has 13 points in this game. Playing Robin to the main guy. And a G will be called for a foul from that. Let's look at it again. Look at how Ozawa keeps his balance, still goes and commits to the right, and kisses it off the glass for a 6-point Japan lead. A 3, quick one, that will not go in. Two teammates tried to fly for that, and it was Pinheiro getting it. Now here's Miller. Step back 3. Too strong. A G saves it to Martin. Now he wants to take the simple shot. And it's just been that tough of a night or afternoon for Remy Martin. Still scoreless. But the same thing could also be said para dito to Japan. They had a fast break opportunity. They probably got just a little too excited as Asano loses possession. More players are returning. Keijiro Mitani joining in on the fight as well. Remy Martin is going to be going back to the bench. And it will be Ian Miller bringing the ball down para sa strong group Pilipinas. Less than 6 minutes to go in the game. Leaving it for Isaiah. Goes right. Deals with a bump. Takes a tough shot. One tough shot after another is one make after another for Isaiah Pinheiro. Asano. That ball denied by Matthew Wright. Here's a tough 3. Goes way off. And that is good defense mula sa strong group Pilipinas. Ozawa wanted to go for a heat check there. He has 13 points. He's playing Robin to Batman. Batman being Gakuto Arai, who has 23 big points. They're the only 2 Japanese players in double figures for the Red Shirts. Miller looks for right. Matthew decides to attack. It was all ball, but he recovers quickly. And they've managed to cut the lead down to just 2. Matthew Wright with 13. 11 in the first half. Yonesu. What a steal from Miller. Now it's the Philippines' turn. One defensive stop after another. They go for a G. Goes on the taller Yonesu. And that's gonna be 2 free throws. Great presence of mind mula dito kay Tawana G. Noticing that it's the guard, the smaller player in Yonesu that's guarding him. So he went to work right away. He just decided to attack. And it will be a timeout called by Coach Damian Cotter to talk things through. It's just 2 points separating the Philippines and Japan. Think you know who's taking the win? Predict and vote for upcoming games in the 45th William Jones Cup using the score predictor and win exciting sports apparel. You can vote for all games in the men's division of the Jones Cup because so far this game has been unpredictable from start to finish. Philippines led by as much as 7 in the first quarter, and then Japan was leading in the second and the third quarters, with the biggest being in the fourth at 7th. But that is all gone now as Tajuan Aji has managed to land 2 of his free throws to make it an all 66 ball game. Oh, players down. That's Tajuan Aji. Leaves the player open, and that is a converted 3. What a shot. Coming on from Japan. It came from Keijiro Mitani at the best time possible. Now it's Tajuan Aji. He leaves it for Matthew Wright. Tough shot. Pinheiro was there. Both teams trading baskets. It's Japan just leading by 1 with 4 minutes to go in this game. Another close one for Japan after their battle against Malaysia yesterday. Great box out from Matthew Wright. A chance to take the lead for the Philippines. They go to Fenner. That ball was too short. The Philippines obviously looking for the lead. Japan wants to keep it to themselves. Koki has the ball against Aji. That's a traveling violation. Just 3 minutes and 25 seconds left in this game. Again, for those who have just tuned in, the defending champions, obviously strong group Pilipinas, are looking to get back into the winning column after a surprising loss to South Korea DB Promi yesterday, 110-79. Miller paves a way for himself. Ian Miller now has 8 points and strong group Pilipinas has the lead again. The Philippines was just hoping that it was a lifting violation, but it's not. It's a turnover instead. They leave it for Matthew Wright, and that's a 4-0 run. Coach Damian Cotter needs a timeout, and the Philippines are leading by 3. 2 minutes and 53 seconds remaining in this game. Both teams wanting to avenge their losses from yesterday, with the Philippines holding on to a 72-69 ball game after 4 unanswered points, with Japan now looking for something. The Philippines playing excellent defense over the last 2 minutes. Double screen given this time. Asano gathers with 10 seconds left. Yonesu tosses it to a friend. Arai, the hot hand, decides to attack. Oh, just miscommunication. Has to hurt the Philippines here. It's an extra possession for Japan. Both Fenner and Pinheiro wanted the ball badly. That is the right mindset, just not the best time to commit that kind of error with 2:20 to go. Pinheiro wanted to redeem himself. Ball will still stay with Japan with only 2.5 seconds remaining. Pinheiro, such a hard worker. Para sa strong group Pilipinas. A 3 underway. Some sort of opening will not work. Miller decides to slow it down. The Philippines are looking to make this a 2-possession ball game. Wright tosses. Doesn't hit the rim. Matthew Wright again gets another chance. He wants to get the bottom of the net. 5 seconds remaining for Miller. Can he make something happen? A 3. Too strong. Another rebound for the Philippines. They've wasted a total of 30 seconds keeping the ball on their side. 5 seconds remaining now. Miller decides to attack. Find. Shot. Doesn't go in. Not a lot of quality shots there from the Philippines. It gives Japan a slight window to turn this ball game around. What a pass. Oh, a point blank miss. Pinheiro with an effort to keep the ball alive for the Philippines. And a foul is going to be called. Hiraiwa just in disbelief of that miss. And both Pinheiro and Aji are obviously exhausted playing majority of this game. But you cannot deny the heart of these two guys, the effort that they have pulled up. Same could be said for Ian Miller, for Matthew Wright, who has been part of the starting position. Now it's Aji against Hiraiwa. Wants to go one-on-one. There goes the double team. The ball still kept. Fenner has the basketball. 5 seconds remaining. Tough shot won't go. Takbuhan na naman ng Japan. Arai gets it in with an end one. Oh, what a game this has turned out to be. Gakuto Arai has 25 big points. Just absorbs the contact enough to make that finish possible with 49.4 seconds to go. Gakuto Arai has been the man of the moment for Japan at this point. Miller, obviously the one fouling him. He thought it was hard enough, but it did not work out the way he wanted it to. Arai with 25. And he misses on that free throw. So the Philippines will keep a 1-point lead in this next possession. Miller slowly gets it across, now with 10 seconds to go in the shot clock. He goes right and a foul will be called. Ian Miller didn't get action at all yesterday. But the story has been how well he has managed to facilitate the role of point guard para sa strong group Pilipinas. Not a lot of turnovers, safely getting it across and making free throws when it matters. Ian Miller now has 9. Makes them both. It's a 3-point ball game with 32 seconds remaining. Japan, they're very well known for their 3, so the Philippines would have to be mindful of that. Hiraiwa finds some sort of opening. Closed out by Pinheiro, and a foul is going to be called. Both teams already in penalty situations, so Hiraiwa will also go to the line to shoot for 2 free throws. This is what a lot of people have been talking about. You play defense for a good 16 or 17 seconds, but the foul is going to erase all that. Hiraiwa misses on the first. The veteran, the oldest player in this Japan team, is feeling the pressure, is feeling the weight of those free throws. Filipinos chanting and screaming in the background as Hiraiwa makes one out of 2. Gen Hiraiwa has 5 points. Tawana G tosses it to a friend. Miller. Oh, that was a hard bump. Hiraiwa commits the foul. And it's going to be Ian Miller once again. After making those 2 free throws from a while ago, hopefully that bump isn't going to bother him upon those free throw shots, because that was a hard crash. A hard collision from both of those players. And I guess from where we are right now, both teams are going to be calling for a timeout, as they were saying that Miller already had the ball. And I guess that was the right call. Miller already had the ball, so you can't really expect for a timeout to take place. Ian Miller, just ice in his veins. 3 out of 3 free throws in the 4th quarter. Another would make this even harder for Japan. And he makes it. Such calmness from Ian Miller up until the end. It's 76-72. Coach Damian Cotter is going to have to find a way to make a 4-point play possible, which is the best case scenario, or at least a quick 2. That's where a lot of these youngsters are going to be looking at, because this is another close game for Japan. Yesterday, they had to face off against Malaysia. 70-66 was the final score. It was also 4 points that separated those two teams. And for Japan, that has a very young core ahead of them, you would understand why they were placed here, why they are the representatives of this year's Jones Cup. Not only do they get experience, but at the same time, it's them really showing everybody that they have what it takes. Players like Gakuto Arai, who has 25, Hiyu Ozawa, who has 13, and all of the others that have managed to land on those buckets to make this a really tight ball game. But of course, the experience of strong group Pilipinas is what it's all about in the latter portions of this game. Making unanswered runs happen. Ian Miller 4 for 4 in the last 2 minutes of this game is really what sets them apart, and hopefully that's what sets them apart at the end of this game. Japan now making their play possible. They give it to Arai again. Shoots a 3. That doesn't go in. Pinheiro secures it. He runs away and is fouled. And it's looking like the Philippines will be heading back to the winning column. A free throw or 2 from Isaiah Pinheiro is gonna make things look great for the Filipinos' chances of winning this game. And he does. Isaiah Pinheiro, such a clutch player in moments like this, hitting one tough shot after another, scoring 8 points in the first half, then scoring 12 points in the second for a total of 20 in this game. Make that 21. And maybe you can even put an icing on the cake in that one. Obviously, Coach Damian Cotter will try to add a little bit more to it, but with only 5 seconds to go, it's still a decent amount of time. Japan could still make something about this. But the time taken was too long. And strong group Pilipinas